you. Thanks for giving us this chance to talk about GIS implementation in MODON. First of all, I want to talk about MODON, exactly what we are doing. We are semi-government. Simply, we just build industrial city from the scratch that have a quality of services and ready factory as a product also, and to give the chances for also investors to have their industrial land or to get like a ready factory. So what I'm talking about is the challenges in MODON is getting all these data, like geodata or engineering data, and reflecting that to us in MODON, and let everyone to participate and like using the data in each field. So one of the challenges is like the accuracy and also the availability of the data, and this is the most technology challenge. In MODON, we like started working in GIS in many fields. We did the allocation for the land, the industrial land, and our product, for example, the Ready Factory product, it's actually just you, as an investor, we give you a Ready Factory. You just plug in and start your machine and working with your factory and doing all the product that you are planning to. What is the part of the GIS here is there is also data integration between the GIS and other information system inside the MODON. We also have some standards as GIS and CAD standard. CAD is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with CAD, is an engineering data that's being used as built or like a design also, and it's reflected to the GIS. We do the convert, and we put a standard for that. So our GIS data have its own standard that can be supported or like helpful to do the decision and choose the right place. For example, if I'm having like a heavy industry or like medium industry, where should I build my factory inside the industrial city? So we do our planning for that, our urban planning for that, and we choose the best area for that kind of factory or that kind of industry. One of the most challenges is actually the lack of the coordinator for GIS data between the GIS and other department is collecting these data. There is a large amount of GIS data, and how we use that and put them in the right place inside our like GDB, it's the geodatabase, and to categorize like to do the category for each one, and where we put that with the metadata, with also the schema of the for each like GIS model. Also, we have the integration between our eMODON. It's like a service that when the investor do the billing and pay for the factory or the industrial land, then it will be reflected through the GIS, the color of that land or that product factory will change also. Then also we have a CAD GIS standard that CAD is mapping also to the GIS for each layer. Then that will help us also to map every layer to the GIS. Also like the decision for the maker, like with those data, help our employee inside MODON to make decision in each field. So one of the GIS advantage that we work and developed a platform, that's a geo platform actually, have several maps, like many application for each one. Let's say we have GeoMODON. GeoMODON is for allocation, And we have also Explorer that for most of the employee can use. And we have also dashboards. And there is environment portal as a GIS environment. This is to give us an idea about the air pollution inside the industrial city, the reading of that, and it can be reflected through the GIS portal. Also, we have like those whole application in like WebGIS. It's have one page that each one, for example, business development using the one application and other department use another application, and most of them they use GIS to do the work through their field. So each application is actually supported their field in their way. And that's what we did inside MODON. For the unified data, we have also land leasing. It's the, I said, GeoModon also, and engineering portal. This is include all the data that we get from the engineering department, execution and design also, and reflect that to the GIS. Also, we have a geo dashboard that help us to give us the high level of information, and that can be shared also inside MODON. This is actually mostly used internal. And also we have the environmental, as I spoke, and the private city is actually, it's like an industrial city, but inside also our industrial city, and it's have their own like rules to allocate also factories. So this is our way of data flowing. What we do actually, there is like two other departments involved with the GIS to reflect these data. So we have the design department. They give us the master plan. There's no like industrial city from the beginning. So we reflect that inside our platform, the whole master plan. Then when we issued like an IFC, which is issued for construction, we get that package also, we updated in the GIS. So everybody can see like this is the IFC, it's reflected here in GIS. For engineering department, they will use it. Then also when it's approved and everything, then we get the as-built after they're done, after the execution. Then we reflect also that in the GIS. This is through a CAD standard. So what we have here is three phases. We have the master planning phase and detailed design phase, and also the execution phase. Then we have checking that also the GIS data after we reflect to our GDB and to do the data cleansing if it's needed. So this is the most used our like GIS application, as I mentioned before. And we are working also in two new dashboard. This is for utility also, and also for the project progress. This is also showing here some of the application, the usage of it, and showing some industrial category inside those application. And we have here also the CAD GIS standard that's shown here when we reflect it. So the most like lesson learned during our this project is like helping all the department, involving everyone using the geospatial data to help them making their decision, choosing the best like best block or best area, or where we locate the factory, where it should be, and also all the traffic flow inside the industrial city, the zones of each industrial activity, where it should be, also the air pollution, the pollution of some factories that have a bad output or something, that we need also to study that before we give the permission for it. So what also we learned that doing this and following up the technology for each year and trying to catch up with the GIS technology and involving everyone in the usage of that. So that's what I have for conclusion. Thanks again, thanks everyone for giving us this chance.